All right, we finally made it in. Apologies for the delay. OBS had some encoder issues that took me a bit to get fixed, but I think we're up and running now. So welcome to this week's Extra Life SWTOR Livestream. A couple of things we've got going on. First off, we are going to play on the test center, and since I'm just reloading everything right now, I figured I'd go ahead and show everybody this. If you are a subscriber, and I probably shouldn't have closed that. All right, I can hear myself, and I'm not sure where that's coming from. Okay, that might be it. Okay, let's see if that fixed it. Okay, so what we're going to do, switch over to the dev tracker here. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at the patch notes. They're not really patch notes, but this is the update. So they've done some updates since the first run of this. So what we're going to do is we'll go through that, then we'll go in and play through basically what we did last week, but see if we can find the changes. So, okay, so one of the first things you have to do is you have to switch over to the test server. And then this is going to go through a check, and it's probably going to download half a gig to a gigabyte of stuff to get it set up. It's kind of annoying in that it does that every time you switch back and forth, but at least on this test run. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we've got here. So this is a dev tracker post. This came out on Thursday. And so kicked off a PTS build for you to check out. Below the items are tracked based on your feedback. So one of the things that does happen on the test center is they have these feedback threads. So down here at the bottom, there's one on the spring event. There's one on the venture that we're working on right now. And some of the stuff we found last week. And so we'll kind of take a look and see how it kind of flows and different things like that. If you're new here, we play every week for Extra Life, so you'll find a donation link in the chat or the description down below. I don't mention it a ton, but I want to thank everybody who has donated. We are up to 461. Thanks to Darth Hinton for his latest donation. Okay, so what are we looking at here? Take a look at the venture system here first. Updated task descriptions on the venture screen to make objectives clear. That's pretty straightforward. You're going to see that as they kind of hone in on stuff. The IOCATH bonus mission for Bessie training now refers to completing the world boss instead of the heroic missions. I noticed this. I'm not sure if I said it on stream last week. But on IOCATH, there are no heroics, but the bonus said do the heroic. Now, my gut on that is that's just kind of a... All right, I don't have any audio. Let's see if we can fix that. Okay, so game audio should be playing. Apologies for the... kind of the weird scramble here with all of the errors. I've been in game since about 9:30 just to test to make sure that was all working, and then I went to hit the stream button and it told me it would not start the stream. So okay, so it's disconnected my headphones. That's why I can't hear. So I had to reboot. I had to install an NVIDIA update. And hopefully My headphones are beeping at me. But they are not connecting. All right, so let's restart that. While I'm doing that, we'll go ahead and keep working through these patch notes. Let's just exit out of that. So anyway, my gut is on that. They just created a template, which is mission, bonus mission. Bonus mission is heroic, and just copied it to all the different things. And then they're working to fix it, clean them up, change them afterwards. So that's what that one feels like. Corrected some instances where Bessie appeared in Lane's lab. I don't know if that happened on stream, but I did notice as I was playing later that, like, when you would go to click on the droid, you would have one sitting and one standing when it went to do its thing. So. All right, let's see if this worked or not. All right, I might not have audio for myself then. Okay, let's see what's next. Change requirements for progression steps to require players to use. Okay, this one's a big one. So what this one was is when you would unlock a level, you would get the first skill. Apologies, my neighbor's car. And then when you unlock a second level, you get the second skill, and the third level gave you the third skill. And then you had these trackers of use the skill 25, 50, and 100 times. Well, what was happening is on the second one, you had to use, I think, the second skill, and on the third one, it was only the third skill. So you had to use the third skill 100 times. The problem with that was, like, for the combat one, it was saying, well, the third skill was only used when the enemy was at 30% health. So it would take a long time to get that skill used. And so it looks like they've made it so all skills count towards that. Okay, let's see if that did it. Okay, the headset says it connected now. That's a good sign. Now I'll see if we have game audio. I don't hear anything. So let's try. We'll just play the theme song in the background here. Let's see if I'm getting anything. Okay, I'm getting it. So we will just, unfortunately, let's try to log out and log back in. We'll see if that fixes it. Okay, let's see. Added a training reminder mission to remind players to use another training module while completing the introduction mission. I can see that being an issue where if you did the two and then went and continued to do missions, that you might not get credit for them if you didn't reuse the training modules. I thought that one was relatively clear. I didn't see any major issues there, but All right. If this doesn't work, we're going to have to... Yep, I think I'm going to have to quit the game and come back in now that the headphones are working. Okay. That's right. I can do that in the background. Let's see. Mission like unconventional methods on Runic where you control a droid or other entity may not work. Okay, we noticed this one. And then while... Like I had one run where this happened, where the droid actually followed you around. And then I had another run where it didn't. So we'll have to see. We'll see where that one lands today. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, going back into game here. Hopefully that fixes everything. We're doing live tech support as we try to get everything working. Okay, let's see what's next. Missions looking. Yep. Added a button Lane's Lab. This is pseudo convenient. It doesn't take you. It's not like an instant travel. I tested it earlier this morning. It just kind of brings up your map. So we'll look at that. Added a button to the venture screen that allows players to obtain the introductory mission if they are eligible. I noticed that is available on a second character. So I think we'll take a look at that today as well. So that's the major fixes for the Basculus droid venture thing. The rest of these are for the spring event. So add daily, weekly descriptions to mission names for clarity. You expect that kind of stuff to happen, you know, as they... Oh, that's good. The game made sounds. All right, start the test center up here. So you would expect them to, you know, finalize text and stuff like that. So nothing major there. Replace the step for seeds sourcing. Nar should ought to use an extra action button to place the order with an interaction with the terminal to mitigate confusion. I did find that one a little bit weird and confusing. So the cultivation droid now has sound effects for harvesting and watering plants. Didn't notice, but okay. Germination missions on Mekshaw, Nar Shaddaa, and creature rehabilitation mission only awards credits. I don't know if that's saying it was only awarding credits. I did notice we didn't get the currency. So we'll see if we now get the currency for those. So I don't know if this is saying it was only awarding credits and we fixed it, or it was doing something else and now it's only awarding credits. Hopefully it's the first one, because that would make more sense. If a player doesn't loot the fish crate at the end of Zap a Fish on their first interaction with it, it should no longer become unlootable. We didn't run into that problem. Humanoid companions now participate in the festival spring dance. I don't know if we had one with us, but we'll test that today. Using fertilizer on Elimrison dewbell plants during cultivation should now be more consistent. Okay. I didn't notice any issues there. Oh, I think I hear game sounds, so that's good. Yep. Okay. Think we got everything working now. Hopefully. Cross your fingers. Let's see. Okay, this one. The creature husbandry. That one didn't feel like it was ready to go. There was definitely some weirdness there. Updated several mission objective descriptions, sure. Improved the map display for Orobird nests. Transport carriers are now easier to interact with. The only thing I can think of on this one was the click bounding box seemed a little bit off, maybe. I didn't find them hard to interact with, but that might have just been a technical issue there. Let's see. Rework steps on Alderaan with Nurse. Yeah, that mission didn't feel like it was ready to go. Made improvements in mission flow and clarity on Hoth. Didn't really notice an issue there. Remove the check on creature step from return to the farm. That one probably seemed redundant. Improved appearances and several visual effects on interactable objects in the mission. Interacting with the creature care guide now displays more information. Again, you expect that kind of stuff as they kind of fill out these systems and add more detail. Relocated veterinary equipment to the barn. That makes sense. Writing the creature now produces a follower of the creature type. I don't remember that being an issue. Improved visual feedback with carriers and creatures instead of taking creatures, carriers to be released. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Spring event tracking. There's no global map location for Rishi Egg Hunt mission. Now again, Is this saying that it didn't show up on the global map, or is this saying that we wanted to take it away? We'll test that today. Seed sourcing Dantooine is not repeatable. I don't know again on that one. One new feature that the players see on PTS. So this is cool. I'd like to see them do this on live as well. So a pop-up window. Now I can't get it to pop back up, so we'll just take a look at it here. But it basically is this content update window that shows, what's changed and what's new. I like this. This is actually pretty cool. So we'll look at it here. But I would love to see this on live, actually, with like the latest patch or anything like that. Okay, can I not get out of that? All right, well, we'll switch back over here. We got the game going again. Let's see, go out of full screen. What did it do? Oh, it opened it up in a new window. That's why. There we go. Okay. So hopefully they add this pop-up window to the live event. And then that's basically it. This talks about posting in the threads and different things along those lines. All right, so something else we're going to look at here is, I don't have screenshots for all of them, but I'm going to pull up the stream from last week. And we're going to look at, this is what our droid looked like and the interface looked like. We're on level 1 of the missions. We've got our little Bessie dog thing here. And we just started out. Now, if I go over to live on the PTS here, we can see that the interface has changed some. Two things that I notice. One, it's adding these kind of highlighted parts here, right? So if you look on this version, there's nothing there. You look on this version, which we're up to level 3 on this version. So it's added a couple of pieces. Another thing that I've noticed is I think they moved these slots around. So if we look at live, or back from last week's stream, we've got our defense up here in the upper left, our combat in the lower left, and our mid right is our support / heals. If we go to what it looks like now, defense is in the same spot, heal is moved from here to here, and combat is moved from here to here. Unfortunately, I don't have a screenshot of level 2, unless, did we hit level 2 in the last week on the stream? Let's scrub up here and see if I can find I can't remember if we did or not. If we did, we'll be able to look at that one. All right, where'd he go? Right in this area. Oh, there it is. Okay, so we'll let that load up on the other screen there. Let's see if we can find the exact spot. I can't remember if this is level 2 or not. Nope, still level 1. So this is kind of the end of where we were on the stream last week. So nothing's really changed on that. So, okay, so that is a little bit of an interface update. Now, over the week, I popped up here on Sunday. I finished level 1 and did, I think, most of level 2. And then, so like last week, we had our support at level 2. So I finished these. That went relatively quickly. Level 2 just upped the ante a bit. So if we look here, level 2 was to do 2 missions. Level 3 is to do 3 missions. Level 1 was 25. Level 2 was 50. And level 3 was 100 of these. Now, if you look here, I finished the combat 3 missions. Oh, hold on a second.
Join the Republic Army. Recruiters are standing by.
But you'll notice here that in doing 3 sets of missions, so that's six dailies. I only got 34 uses of the skill, because again, it was the third skill, and the third skill it's the same as this one, right? It only would attack when the enemy was at less than 30% health. And so I think the way I'm reading the patch notes is all the skills will count. So we'll test that today. Okay, I think that's all of the stuff comparing. Again, this is last week's version, and I don't think we went back into that. And I didn't take any screenshots when I was doing the other stuff, which I probably should have. But okay, let's go ahead and kill that stream. We'll leave the patch notes in case we need to get back to the patch notes. Okay, so where does that leave us? Leaves us with the venture system. Now, they still haven't fixed this issue. Most people are thinking it is because my legacy has already used it, but it's not transferring over. It's not making it available, but I don't know on that one. One thing I found interesting, I can't remember where we got this one, but I've never seen an invisible saber. And it says requires NPC only. I don't know what this is, so I kept it. What's funny is if you preview it, you're actually holding an invisible saber, which is kind of cool. I don't know if it's just a glitch or something like that, but I found that kind of interesting. The other thing that I did this morning is we're starting to collect a bunch of these. So I've got 2 combats for McKeb. I've got 2 defense, one for IOCAF, one for McKeb, and 1 support, which is IOCAF. I still got 3 combats here, and we've got a CZ defense. So what we're going to do is try to go get some defenses. And then the other thing we need to do to finish so we need to finish this, get that so that we can do this research, which will knock this out. So we'll probably do that first, and then we will see what we can get for the other stuff. So this is the new button that they added. This says Lane's Lab. Still can see some this isn't quite aligned correctly. This is a little tweaky stuff that they'll fix. All this does, though, is open up the runic thing. Would have preferred it to be kind of like the launch mission. Like in the chapters, you've got this interface, right? Where if you click on grant mission, it gives you that, but then it changes to a launch mission, and it just puts you into that. Personally, I think this is one of those where it should just open up, put you almost like a heroic mission, right? Where it puts you right outside the instance. All this is going to do is allow us to travel. Now, on the flip side, this does make it so that if you don't know where to go or what to look for, it does give you the ability to find it easier. So that's kind of a good thing. All right. Crossing my fingers, everything else will work for today. So my normal routine in the morning is between 8 and 9, I fire everything up. I do my social medias, post everything. We need to go down here. And all of that kind of stuff. At about 9, I wrap that up. Between 9 and 9:30, I go into game, making sure the game's working, make sure all the patches are done, stuff like that. I open up OBS, make sure that's working, set up all my interfaces, all my windows, and different things along those lines. And then usually about 5 minutes before I'm going to go live, I actually start the data flow. I make the data start flowing to YouTube, and that's where I got the error. I had the stream connected and linked up, and everything was good, but there was an encoder error when I went to to do that, and that's what caused the problem. I think this is something you can click on every day, and it just gets you a data chip. Data chips are not an issue. If we look at our currency here, we have 6 right now. One of the things that's on the forum, people are complaining about these limits and caps. So you can see just from playing, I think I played for 1 hour session since the reset on Tuesday. And even from that, you know, I got over half of that one. So I'm almost capped there, my weekly cap. Third of that one. So I don't think the this might be a limiting factor. All right, so nothing new there. So we just got another data chip. So we can take out our droid 6 times right now. And we're probably going to get more of those. So. Okay, so what was happening? Yep, this is still happening. This duplicate thing, I don't know if this must not be what they were talking about. They might have been talking about the droid is still here when you have the droid. So people are wanting more interaction here. I would guess that's going to happen. So let's go ahead and get the droid. So you spend your data chip. The nice thing is you get one of these training modules. So we'll accept that and see what it gives us. So we got another IOCath and Manon. Now, something we're going to mess around with here. Since our currency doesn't really seem to be an issue, what do we have for support? We have 45. Defense, we have 31. Let's take a look at this. So, with our... okay, that's defense, support, and systems. What are these? Okay, so these are prototypes, which we have a ton of prototypes. So let's buy a support. And then we also have 45 support. So let's buy one of these as well. Right click to receive. No, that's combat. Support systems. We'll buy one of those as well. Okay, so we've got 2 of these now. Let's see what this gives us. Support training module. Oh, and we just sold it back.
Query. How would you like to misuse my talents today?
Okay, so what did that give us? A Section X support. And what will this give us? Did I buy a defense one? I might have bought the wrong one. So we have a Section X defense. Okay, so well anyway, we've got 3, even though one of them's IOCath.
Query. How would you like
All right,
to
let's
misuse
do
my
a support and support.
Query.
There we go. Hopefully I didn't screw that up this time.
Misuse my talents today.
Okay. So I'm thinking.
Query.
So this one,
To misuse my talents today.
even though you're spending this, it doesn't guarantee one of that category. All right. So we have a bunch. What do we have a bunch of? So if you have a whole bunch of like one type of data, so for instance, we have a ton of combat data right now, right? You could spend those. If you want to spend your prototype data, you can guarantee one. So even though you're spending support here, you're just getting a generic training module. You could give you anything. So we have plenty of combat. Okay.
Query. How would you
That's
like
why we got
to
the defensive
misuse
one.
my talents today?
What do we get? Jeez, I so don't want to go to IOCath. Okay. Let's go ahead and do this. We're going to go ahead and go out and use the droid. And then we'll come back here and we'll go ahead and finish the combat one. So again, notice I turned these off because I was testing this. So this wasn't counting and this wasn't counting. Only this one was counting towards that total. So let's go ahead and we are going to... We're going to go try to do this quickly. So let's go to Ord Mantell. So mostly what we want is the droid to use its skills now. I think with this change, when you're doing the missions, that this will naturally happen, right? The other thing that we might do is we might jump over to Bellatricus and look at the start his mission, because that'll give us some other modules and stuff as well. And I think he'll be at the same spot. All right, Bessie, let's rock and roll. So I use Ord Mantell, Tython, Korriban, and Hutta as a way to just quickly fight things, right? So what we're going to do is just turn our droid loose on stuff. Something else that I did over the week is you'll notice that I got the influence level up to 50. That's just to make him stronger, or her stronger. All right, so if everything's working well here, yep. So there's 40, 41. Now these missions have to be on usable, or these abilities. 42, 43. Yeah, so like we're one-shotting these guys. That 30% was a pain. So this should actually go pretty quick. Oh, I actually used the 30%. So right now we only would have one. Might need to make these a little bit bigger. I don't know. I shrunk them down because I didn't want them taking up space. Alright, once we kind of get these going, the respawn rate will speed up, and that'll make life a little bit easier as well. There we go. It's kind of dynamic, right? Like if everything gets killed, it'll speed up the respawn rate, and then now as we work our way around here, they're going to spawn probably faster than what we will travel. Or faster than we can. Now I'm not shooting because I really want the droid to get all the kills, or all the uses. So this is a little grindy, but it's required. It's so funny to pop those achievements again. So all your achievements reset, so you'll notice that, you know, my achievement count up here is, I've only got 1,000 achievements. So now you'll notice that they've already respawned. We didn't even do them all that time. So now our respawn rate is fast. We'll just work our way around here. And then we'll just grind this up to 100. And then we'll go turn this in. And then I think we'll pop over onto Bellatricus and take a look at the new interface, because we haven't started the Bessie missions on him. So we'll look at the new interface over there. And then we'll decide which one we want to run the missions on. Honestly, it might be whichever one has better modules. Alright, what is it? 73. Really, I could just stand here in the middle. We don't even have to run to these. I don't know if it does it in combat mode. In tank mode, Bessie's got these little, like, foot rocket boost things that makes her jet over to the enemies, which is kind of cool. And those are a little far away, but not too bad. All right, we're at 79. It must have been a line of sight issue. She ran all the way over there. I noticed in the forum post, the developers referred to Bessie as a she, so we're going to go with that. I'm not sure what that slide was. Power slide. One thing that was happening last week that I think they talked about was, yeah, it's still happening. The name tag is all over the place. Like, you notice when she runs, it actually moves. So whatever this is tied to is moving around. So it might be, so in animation, they'll have what we call bones inside of the person, right? And it's much like anything. It'd be a leg bone, a neck bone, stuff like that. So it might be that this is actually tied to one of those. And when she animates, it's actually moving. It looks like it might be tied to a bone in the head. Because you'll notice when I move, right? When draw the weapon, run, jump, it's not jumping all over the place like hers is. So something was complained about on the forums. Okay. I believe that is our second one. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and go. The reason I want to get this done is that way I'll know if I have extra prototype data and combat data that we can buy more modules with. Because I think you have to spend some of those in this next step. If I recall from last week. This is, I don't know if it's a bug or something, but I've noticed that I keep losing my companion when I travel and different things like that. So this is the thing I think they were saying they were going to try to fix. Like, I can click on Bessie again. It'll update the timer, right? Okay, so that fixed that. If they're active, it goes away. But if they're not, if we dismiss our companion, then they pop back in. And is there more than one? Just one. Now, if I click on this, it'll re-grant the mission. Oh, maybe it's not now. Maybe they fixed that as well. This was re-granting the mission, and it would just update the timer. So, okay, they fixed something there. Okay, so if we look at our interface, what we are now looking at is we got that done, we have that done, we have this select research concussion missile. Okay, so this text has changed, I believe. I don't remember it saying the actual thing that you got. In lanes allowed to research the droid's combat systems. So let's take a look at that. That might be some of the text that they updated. Yeah, so I think before these were just generic. It just said research, defense, research, support, research, whatever. I have to go back to last week's stream to 100% check that, but I think that's what it was, and I've already closed that window, so I'm not even going to try. Okay, so what we want is concussion missile. So 70 prototype data. Oh, I'm glad I didn't spend too much of that. And we have 119 combat systems. All right, that's the same. And now we've got the concussion missile. And that should finish all of the combat stuff. There we go. So that one's done. We're at level 4 there. So now we need the other ones. But this also frees up we're almost capped on it anyway, but we do have 49 combat systems data that we're probably not going to use. So let's go over here.
Query. How would you like to misuse my talents today?
And we will spend our combat systems data. We can buy 4 of these, I believe. There we go.
Query. How would you like to misuse my talents today?
So let's see what it gives us. All right, we got I like that one. Support for IOCath. All right, so we got 2 combat and 2 support. So what's this give us? It gives us an IOCath, a Section X, another IOCath, and Kessen's Landing. We can make that work. What do you have here? IOCath, Section X, and CZ. Rishi, yeah, we got a whole bunch of those. So let's go up to Fleet, and we'll store some of these. So right now, like the combat ones, we don't really need. Don't know if we can sell these for anything. We should check that. It'd be nice to be able to repurpose them. Let's check a couple of things. I don't think this is going to happen, but this would be nice. Yep, that's just going to delete it. It'd be cool to be able to get back some of the currency there. Let's check here.
Best prices this side of the galaxy. You check.
Yeah, they're not worth credits. All right, so really, I'm not sure what you're supposed to do with them besides use them. So let's see. Let's put the IOCath one in there. McKeb. What do I have in here? McKeb, IOCath. So these are all just combat ones. CZ, Onderon, Kessen's Landing, Manon, Rishi. Now again, I'm going to go ahead and, because our inventory is so limited right now, I'm just going to put all the combat ones in here. Because we're probably not going to run those. These are bound as well. They're not even bound to Legacy, which is kind of a pain. Okay, for these, Section X is pretty easy. We've got a Kessen's Landing for support. What else do we have up here? Defense, support. We've already got an IOCath. There's another IOCath. Another IOCath. Let's get rid of that. Okay. Let's jump over to another character here. So on this one, we haven't started the mission yet. So we'll see what this does. They did add, I believe, a new part of the interface here as well that we want to check out for the venture system. And again, this morning I jumped up here, I think I cleaned out his inventory. Yeah. Okay, so if we go to the same thing, you'll notice on this one we haven't started it yet. But this is all new, I believe. So we've got the grant mission, eligibility. So you have to be level 80, you have to have an active description, ability to travel to Runic, completion of a few modifications. Ventures, earn the Basilisk Prototype Companion, complete Lane Story, account-wide unlock, progress at your own pace. Let's go ahead and click on that. And this should be the conversation that just tells us to go to Runic, I'm going to guess.
I know you're busy and all, but I've got something I think you'll want to see.
Oh, we didn't do the flirt.
Yeah, other than me. I'm still on Runic, but I relocated. Made some progress with our little project, and I needed a bigger setup. When you get a chance, come check it out. There's someone here who wants to meet you.
All right, so that gives us the intro mission. Let's check the interface here. Okay, so you'll notice that my progress that I've made on Zax is now active over here. as is this. Now, something that I did read on the forums, and we might test this today, is like if you do one mission here, I don't know if it allows you to do a mission on another character. So we might test that today and see. But you can see that our progress is, we can't just do combat on a bunch of different characters. And so you have to kind of keep these leveling equally. All right. The other thing that this interface should have for us. Oops. It's interesting. Our Lane's Lab button is not working over here. Now, I wonder if that's because we haven't actually started this. It's not that big of a deal. We can get there, but... We'll test that again once we get through this intro mission and see if it works. Again, all it does is pull up the galactic map, so not a huge deal. But you'll notice, like, you know, Vet didn't disappear when we came to planet. So there's still something going on there with Bessie. All right, this should kick off. We're going to just spacebar through most of this.
Fuck that. You had to go now. Now, Kurt. She will be as fast if it's. Take what? Huff. Does make only I think. Yeah.
All right, so it might be worth doing these in that you at least get another set of free training modules. So really, doing this intro mission on a bunch of characters might be worth it. So we have support runic. So yeah, it gave us one of each. Can you... I don't know if we're eligible for this yet. Yeah, we might not be eligible for that yet. Now, the currencies should be tied to the account. So this is something you'd want to watch in that, you know, we have 8 data chips. So what did we get? We got 3 more from doing this as well. So that might be something you want to watch out. Like if you're weekly or capped out, don't go do this on another new character because you'll lose those 3 data chips. But you could bank up a bunch of data chips just by doing that intro mission if you're running low there. So that's a good little piece of information. Did it give us anything else? I'm just looking at the chat up here. So we got the training module. We got the data chip, and the cache was empty. I'm a little... Okay, I'm not going to take her out yet on this character because here's what we're going to do. We're going to log back out. Now, the other thing is the timer is already running on Zax. And I'm going to go back into this character real quick because I want to double check something. But that timer doesn't pause when you log out. So you can't like take Bessie out for 30 minutes, log out, come back, and do 30 more minutes. If you're gone for an hour, the timer runs out. It doesn't stop. I do want to double check. Yeah, she's not showing up here. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go run 2 support missions on Zax. Then we're going to pop back over to Bellatricus and see if we can run that 3rd support mission on him and see if we can mix that way. If not, then we can go back and finish it on Zax. Which means probably a trip to Iocath, which there's a couple easy missions on Iocath, so I'm not that worried about it. Okay. So again, Bessie disappeared. Still up here, though. So let's do... we'll do Kessen's Landing first. So that automatically sets her to heals. Oops, and we'll just use this to take us to Kessen's Landing. The other thing that it does seem to do is if you get a module that says you don't have enough missions, even if you have the missions in your mission log, it seems to be looking at the terminal to say whether you have enough missions or not. So we'll test that as well when we do the next one of these, which I think is Section X. See if that's still that way or if it's something they fixed. Because what they don't want you to happen is you select a training module that you don't have enough missions to do, and now you're kind of stuck, right? So again, notice Bessie disappeared on us. Hopefully that's something they'll be fixing. Don't think we'll need that. And when I say disappeared, completely gone. Can't even do the interface. Okay, let's see. Let's find a couple of easy ones. Seize ammunition supply crates from the Separatists. That one's not bad. We'll grab that just in case, but ordnance, that one takes a little bit. No, thank you. Repair tools, I don't remember. That one's actually pretty quick. All right, what did we pick? Unstable readings. Oh, wait, there's also complete heroic. Let's do one of the heroics. Sample from the war chief. Gather mechanic evaluations. Let's just do that one. So the cool thing about doing the bonus is it counts as one of your 2. So again, if we look at the interface here. Or do we need 3? I can't remember. No, we need 2 for the mission. We need to do the mission 3 times. Okay. So if we do the heroic, it actually counts as one of your 2, and then you have to just do a second one. So that's not too bad. So we'll slide up here. Try not to draw aggro if we can help it. And because Bessie's not necessarily the strongest, we'll take a little bit of caution here. Our survivability is pretty good, so I'm not too worried. She's keeping up so far. Yeah, you can see her heal abilities here. We're already 10% done with that. So that change is going to make life a lot easier. Otherwise, it'd only be doing this one. And so we'd probably only have, we'll say, a third of that. So we'd be at like 5 right now as opposed to 15. For the heal one, I don't think it would actually be that bad. For the combat one, it was a pain. So I think we'll knock this one out without any issues at all. Maybe before we leave Kessen's Landing here. I might have to move that. I haven't decided. my tooltip thing there. All right, we'll take out him. And then we'll get their attention so they're not beating up on my droid. How is her health? 295. It's still not the highest in the world. Not sure if that goes up when she levels. We'll have to check that if I level today. And she's doing okay. Hanging in there. I'm not sure if she's ready for the heroic 4 or not, but I didn't do that on purpose, but that's okay. Should have time before he comes off of stun mode. There we go. Perfect. Alright, what do we need? I need one more champion and 2 more of the strongs. There's another room of them over here. This should wrap up the mission. Now, if you've done Keston's Landing before, there's 2 heroics in here. And we could have done them both. Like, one of the things that you could do would just be to just complete the weekly. But we're kind of going into just try to get the droid stuff, so. Alright, where's that put us at? Yeah, this should be our last strong. Perfect. And now we just need that guy in there. We're gonna go in here so that if the roamer guy over there respawns, we don't have to deal with him. Alright, so there we go. So we knocked out the heroic. And you'll notice that we now have 1 of 2 done. So the heroic is a bonus. And by doing the heroic, we actually get this little collected research here. So we'll look at that in a minute. But it also counts as one of your missions. So if you're going to do the bonus, you might as well get double credit for it. Okay. So now we need to go to 4 locations. And we'll just do the scans here real quick. These will be easy. And then, like I said, we're just going to bolt. We're not going to stay on on Keston's Landing here. But it's one of those, it's like if you're going to do the weekly here anyway, you might as well pick up the command module and get credit for the droid. I could see that becoming, kind of part of the pattern. It's just like, hey, I'm running dailies and weeklies today. Do I have any modules, right? And we'll grab a module and knock it out. So what did we get to? 81? 81 heals? Or 61? 61. Not too bad. That's no longer a concern. The way it was the other way, and I hope they don't change it back, but the way it was the other way, that was going to get grindy. Where you just have to go out and literally just knock things down to 30% health and let Bessie kill it. That's why I had these turned off. What I was doing to try to grind that just to test it is I turned these 2 in combat mode. I turned these 2 off. I would shoot the thing down to 30% and then let that 30% attack hit just to try to maximize it. And it was just grindy slow. Now, the thing I could see them doing is changing those numbers because of this change, right? Like the 25 to 50 to 100. If that was scaled off of only having one thing to do it to try to make it longer, I could see those turning into like 25 to maybe 100 to 200 or something like that. And even if they did that, it wouldn't be too bad. Like this mission doesn't have any combat, but let's say it had some combat in it. We'd hit 100 on 2 missions. So honestly, for the healing, 300 wouldn't be overly hard because you're running 6 missions to do it. Unless you did like I did and picked a non-combat one. And we're just avoiding combat here. We are going to have to fight a couple of things up here. Hopefully just the 2. We can skip that one, I think. But the last scan point we need is up here. So yeah, I'm going to have to move that. So if you notice, I've moved stuff around on my interface. I moved the map up to the upper. I moved my missions over here. I moved these over here. But my tooltip is kind of floaty there. I think what I'll do is let's try it there. See if we like that better. Yeah, it's not too bad. All right. Now we just have to turn that in. Where do we turn it in at? Back at base. The other thing that happened to me when I was running a test is I filled up my mission log because I had the weeklies and a whole bunch of stuff for like 5 or 6 different planets. And so I had to start cleaning those out. All right, so we'll turn this in. So like here, you'll notice I still have 2 missions from Kessen's Landing, right? So if we go to our mission log, what I would normally do is like, well, I've already made progress towards that and progress towards this. Now remember, these reset every week, so you don't have to keep them. But I just turned those off. But unfortunately, you can only have 25 missions here. All right, we got our first set done. And we got a second collected research. So this one was the one we got for the bonus. And it's another Iocath. So don't want to go to Iocath. And that one just gave us combat data, defense systems data, support systems data. No, did that give us... That just gave us the prototype and support, I think. I think the first one gave us the combat defense. Now, one thing you're going to be careful of, we are now capped, I believe... Where's combat? See, we're capped here on combat. So if we collect any more combat systems data, we're not going to get it because we've hit our weekly cap. I hope they up these numbers. I have 2 thoughts on this. They might be doing this just to slow us down, right? Like, I don't know if they want to have people unlocking this droid in like 2 weeks. So this is just going to naturally make it so you can't do stuff. But this is going to get frustrating quickly. One thing that you will want to do, though, is when we opened up that item. So here you can see data reward adjusted from 10 to 1 due to weekly cap. So even though it gave me the 10 support systems, let's see, the 10 combat systems, I only got 1. because we were at 99 of 100. But what that does mean is you might want to start saving some of those if you're capped out on all your currencies so that you can open them next week. That feels a little weird. All right, I think Section X will go next. So what we're going to do is feed that to our buddy, Bessie. And we should be able to pop in here. And go grab some... Oh, crap. Okay, we'll do it on Bellatricus. I was going to go to the planet first and pull everything off of the terminal and then see if it would let you do that. But we can do that on Runic. Or IOCATs if we have to. But if we're going to do test mode stuff, we might as well test to see if we can break the system. Okay, again, still disappearing every time. Thankfully, she's up here at the top, which makes life a little easier. All right, let's see. Section X. What will be easy here? Bioreform's pretty easy. We'll do that one. Is there heroic? There is a heroic. Actually, this heroic is pretty easy. Long shots? Yeah. I'm pretty sure if you do the heroic second, you'll still get credit for it, but let's test that as well. So let's go ahead and go do the bio one first. And then we will cheese our way through long shots, and I'll show you how to do that. Nothing illegal, just a simpler way of doing it. You don't have to fight. All right, so we want these little terminal looking things here. There is a bonus mission here. Don't think it matters for the Bessie missions. Would matter for conquest and things like that, so if you want to do it for those. Shouldn't be an issue. We should be able to get it. Like all bonus missions, if you want it, make sure that you complete it before you complete the main mission. Otherwise, you won't get credit. So since we are at 3 of 5, we still need to kill 4 things. Is it this one? No, this one. No, this one. This one has 4 things. Add it, and I think a 5th guy spawns, so. Maybe not. Maybe it's just the 4. That way we got our bonus mission done. Alright. So we are 1 of 2. Oh, it doesn't give me the... Oh, that kind of sucks. Most of your heroics have the quick travel thing, but I guess we'll manually have to go over there. That makes me a little sad. Not a big deal. So normally there would be there's a mission right in this area that you can do. You fight these guys. You also collect, I think it's these little crate things. So theoretically, I guess we could have done that one instead. So what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of keep ourselves along the northern cliff here. So we can avoid most all the combat here. Now to get by these guys, you can sometimes slip through right there. You can make this jump right here, and you should get by those guys as well. Okay, so this is inside of an instance. And we have to get here. The nice part is if you can get here, you'll drop combat, which is kind of nice. So we're going to fully heal ourselves up. And we're just going to make a run for it. So, I'm not sure how long Bessie will keep herself alive. With a stronger healer, your healer will stay alive for quite a while. This didn't last very long. So be it. Now we're on our own. So we'll get as far as we can. We might take a death here. So what would normally happen is they'd all run to your healer now, right? So we'll keep ourselves alive as long as we can. Like I said, we're probably going to take a death here. We'll heal our way through it if we can. As soon as that shield drops, we'll be back to full health. It's going to be close. That hasn't kicked in yet, so we should get that heal. Nope. So if we would have made it just around the corner, about halfway down here, we would have dropped all the aggro. But we did not, so that's okay. We got through most of it. There's one more group down here at the bottom, and then the boss. Alright, let's heal ourselves up. Now, you're giving up like conquest and, you know, experience and loot and all kinds of stuff by doing that. But you save a ton of time. Clean up our inventory here a little bit. Okay. So here's the next phase. If you're stealth, also, you can stealth through this stuff, obviously. So we're going to pull aggro on these guys. But what we want to do is we want to send our companion to attack that person so that they will run away. They've got a pretty good pretty good knockback. Now, the only thing to complete this mission is you just have to throw a grenade or something at that thing. And now the mission's done. We'll jump off of there. And it'll take us back to the beginning. And we made our way through that one. Oh, did we not get credit? No, we did. Oh, okay. Because we were dead, we didn't accept the mission. So we've got the support training section X. That's the long shots. All right, I don't think we got the second thing for doing the heroic. So right now my hypothesis is make sure you do the heroic first. Because I think the complete 2 missions triggered before the complete the heroic mission triggered. Okay, so let's see what this gives us. I can't remember. So prototype. So this one, we got prototype data and support things, and we also got another defensive module. Yavin 4 is not bad. So what do we have? CZ, Section X. And Yavin 4. Those won't be bad. I think we can complete those pretty easy. Since we're already on CZ here, let's go ahead and do that test. Now, obviously, we won't be able to do a second heroic, which is fine. But here's the test we want to do. So right now, this module, where is it at? Let's pull it out. Defensive Training Section X is usable. Let's go ahead and pull all these missions off the terminal. Yeah, so see here where it says now it's not usable. So what it's doing is it's saying, okay, you want to run dailies on Section X. Let me check essentially the terminal to see if you have enough missions there to meet the requirement. Right now we do not, right? So if we come in here, and there is one area one, well, we're going to see if that one counts as well. So if we abandon this one, so now it is available. So basically what it is there's still 2 missions available. One's an area mission and one is now on the terminal. But if we accept this, we cannot. So what this is telling me is you can't like grab a bunch of missions, basically do almost everything but let's say one thing to complete them. Go grab your droid, click this, complete, click it, complete, click it, complete. So just kind of keep that in mind. Okay, so let's go ahead and put that back. We'll now take our Section X defensive, and then we'll decide which one we want to do. We'll do the area one, and I think this one. These 2 take longer, so we're just looking for the quick ones. So let's go do this one up here first. Now we want to make sure it should automatically do it for you. Bessie is in tank mode now. So if you watch her, she should have like this. There it is. She fires her foot jets and leaps to an opponent, which is pretty cool. All right, we'll send her up to that one again. See if she does it again. Whoa, go! So it's basically your leap charge that a lot of tanks have. We're just gonna let her fight because we're trying to get these tank abilities here. Actually, I think it's all we need. It's just that one. All right. One down. So again, heroic mission. We only have one heroic mission on Section X, so we can't do a second one there. So we're just going to quick travel back to here and go do the area because it'll be faster, I think, than the other 2. The other 2 are pretty long. This system, the way they've got it designed here, does definitely reward you for knowing the daily areas, right? So if you've run the daily areas a lot, you know what missions are available, which ones are quick, which ones aren't. It does reward that knowledge a bit. But again, you don't. That's no knowledge you have to have. It just makes it a little more efficient. What are we at for timing? 15 minutes. We should be able to do that. What other defensive ones do we have? CZ won't be too bad. Yavin 4 won't be too bad. So we'll probably do those on... we'll have to go get Bessie out again. But we'll go do Bellatricus first. Because I want to test the... We've run 2 supports. I want to see if we can run the 3rd support on a different character. Or if... I've read that once you start it on one, you have to do all 3 on that same character. So I want to see if that's how the system works or not. Okay, what we're looking for here are the droids. White text on a white background kind of sucks. What do we need? Collect 5 and destroy 15? Yeah, 15. Let's heal up. Just to be safe. It's nice having a tank. Although it does take some of the power away from this class. A lot of my skills are based off being attacked. Like that one and that one. The heals come off of being attacked, so if the tank is pulling the aggro, I'm not getting attacked, they don't do me any good. Let's see if I can pull aggro off of Bessie. Doesn't look like it. Oh, yeah, I got it right there at the end. Alright, something I like to do here on Section X is just kind of jump up here. Maybe. Where's the spot? Don't tell me they've changed it. There we go. Because there are a whole bunch of droids up here. This is very useful if you have a bunch of people here, like cleaning out the droids, because most people don't know about these up here. I've never run into somebody up here. If you're doing the Sith Imperial side, that is to kill these creatures. You can also do that. Now what's funny is these creatures will attack you, but they can't jump up here. So if you watch the map, they're all going to go for a run. Because now they're trying to get to us. So there, you can see them all dropping down the other side there. They're going to go all the way around the ship, try to get to us. We should probably be careful and not let Bessie get killed. Don't go chasing the creatures. Come back to me. And so now they're all, like I said, they're all trying to get to us. When we jump back down here, they'll come back over here. We're just going to drop down here. And we'll just run away. And then once you drop aggro. we're good to go. Hopefully this won't be too hard with the tank. No heals. I can slip into healer mode if I need to. If Bessie starts taking too much damage. I think we can DPS the droid down quick enough. I had aggro for a moment, but can't remember if we have to go turn that in or if it auto completes here. There we go. All right, so we have, let's take a peek here. So we got 98 of those. We got 2 of those done. 58 and 1 of those done. So yeah, this change makes this not almost too easy, I would argue. So I wouldn't be surprised to see these numbers maybe get larger. So instead of going from 25 to 50 to 100, maybe they start you at, the first one, the 25 is pretty accurate. I wouldn't want to up that to 50 because you only have one skill, right? So we'll see. We'll see if that gets updated. All right, let's go ahead and we will switch over now. And I want to see if it will allow us to complete these on another character since we've started them on Zach's. And I think we're good there because that's for defense, right? Where are we at on... Yeah, we're only at 19. So we should be able to open that up. Yep, so prototype data and defense data. Now the prototype one, we're almost at 200 of 300, so we're grinding through that. Capped there. Probably going to cap all these here eventually. And it didn't give us another mission, so just the data. Okay. Also, from what I understand on the forums, the test center only lets you go to level 3. So once we get these done, we might not be able to test the droid anymore. I don't know if I delete all my characters off of test center and transfer a new one up, if it'll reset all that or not. I guess that'd be the only other thing we could try, but we'll just leave it probably, because if they do another update, they might add more to test. Okay, so on this character, we should now see that the droid... Yeah, so there's your 98, 2 of 3, 58, and 1 of 3. Now, this little bar here is just the completion of these missions. So the progress within those doesn't really matter. And if we look at our currency, we should have plenty of... Yeah, we got 8 chips. And we want to try support. All right, let's go give this a shot. See if it works or not. Now, notice on this one, we don't have the bonus for the heroic. That only kicks in on the 2nd level, which is fine. All right, so we need some dailies here. That one's quick. And that one's quick. We'll do both of those. Okay, so yep. Complete a Basilisk prototype training mission on Runic. Okay. Let's go ahead.
You ready?
We
Should
might.
out soon.
My comms got frazzled coming through that storm.
Sorry. Oh, I didn't do those on this character. Never mind. So normally I'd pick these up, but evidently I haven't done those. And evidently I haven't done anything on Runic. Holy cow. That can't be right.
Destination?
I thought... We completed Runic because... Yeah, I've run dailies here because we did the bonus boss on this character. I'm a little confused as to why that didn't transfer, but... Oh well, no biggie. I don't think we have to go up to the next level for this, so should be all right. Can't remember if this has one or not. I don't think so. Oh, yep, it does. Alright, so we'll just collect and blow up our way through this section. We only need 2 more heals, so we should get those in this fight. So we'll see if those trigger as well. Yep, so that completed. So that's a good sign. So what that was this mission here for the 100. Oops. I was trying to shoot him. Not on Zax anymore. I also noticed my numbers aren't showing up. I wonder... Let's see. Don't think that will change it, but... I can't remember if those were showing up on Zax or not. The other thing to check is make sure we have... Yeah, that's the right thing. Alright, well, while we're here, we'll take a look at that setting. If you go into Preferences, under User Interface, I believe. I haven't had to reset this in a while. Nope. Graphics. Combat logging controls. Nah, it's got to be in here. I must have just missed it. Show invite. There it is. Show cooldown text. I set that to 1 and 3. Set that up, and I usually set that to 1. Alright. In our next fight, I'll show you what that did. We'll grab some stuff on our way out here, and then we're gonna just going to drop down. So now you see that we've got these cooldown numbers that have popped up there. I like that personally. It also changes the way the little wipe that works its way down. You see that you've got one that's the global one and the brighter one that's the cooldown one. Man, it's so much slower with a tank and a healer. Alright, now we just need the fuel canister. Should be one right around the corner here. Okay, let's see. Since our quick travel is broken, or is it not? No, now these are all active. That was weird. Okay, well. Maybe something hadn't loaded yet. I don't know. Test Center does some weird things sometimes. Oh, the one thing that's going to suck here. Yeah. Let's go back and make sure. Otherwise, we're just going to have to run through the cave. It's not a huge deal. Yep, so I must not have done this. Alright, we'll go ahead and turn this in while we're here. There's one. And we'll just go the slow way on this one. So if you've done those, I can't remember what they call them, but they're the missions that give you the 3 buffs. One of those buffs is you can use these pads as jump pads and just jump up there, as opposed to what we're about to do, which is to go through the whole cave. So we could have just jumped up there and then ran over and did this mission. Instead, we're going to run through all of this to the mission. So, not a big deal, but Bessie didn't last long. We'll see how long we last. Oops. That was a mistake. Alright, let's fix what we just did though. Saber reflect, and then we'll lock our toolbar. All right, we're back. And this should end this mission. So there we go. We got another module. So which one is that one? Collected research support. So we've exceeded our support data now. So only from 30 to 29. So we only lost 1 there. But again, now we are capped on combat and capped on support. So until next Tuesday, honestly, you don't want to collect any more of this because you're not going to get it. So hopefully they raise those weeklies. All right, let's go back to the encampment. Take the elevators a little bit quicker, I think. So honestly, I'm not sure there's a huge advantage to doing these on multiple characters.
Here we are. Runuk.
Yeah, so if you traveled here, we would have had to
Fuss,
run
let's
all
just
the
say
way
it's
around
not
there.
what I was
But-
expecting.
But it's not like you can use multiple characters to really get too far ahead because those caps right now would stop you. So the question I have there is, are those test center caps, are they still figuring that system out?
How?
Assessment.
Nothing. Hey, don't all whatever.
All right, now what's it telling us to do? Oh, this might be an issue. Hold on, let's look. So the reason we did this was to test. Okay, so it did allow it. So we did 2 of these missions on one character and a third on another. This is important though because to move this forward, we now have to do the research. And if we would have had that, we'd only be at 1 of 3 if we did that on this character. So being able to combine them is kind of nice. So we're going to spend 70 and 70. So that's fine. And now we got our 4th heal. Okay, so what's that leave us? Just defenses. I think there's going to be plenty of this prototype data though. So it's 210 per level. Unless that changes. And we spent a bunch of those. So I think you're going to get to a point where you'll actually be able to buy missions. And then if you don't like the ones you have, just dump them and get other ones. All right. So what do we have? We still have a runic defense. So I think we'll go ahead and do that here. Okay, that training reminder thing popped up, and it didn't have anything in it, but I wonder if that's going to be their thing to say, make sure that you have your companion on the right what's this say to do? Begin repairs. Isn't that what we just did? Hold on. Let's make sure we don't screw the mission up. All right. I think that's... So they've coded this in such a way that you probably have to do all 3. I don't know. Let's go knock this mission out. But we might not be able to continue the main quest there. So that might be one, if you did want to do this on multiple characters, you'd want to be strategic there. All right, what do we have? Those aren't bad. That one's not bad. That one takes a little bit longer. Oh, we'll do that one. That's one they talked about in the patch or the notes. That one's relatively easy if you have the leap thing. Both of these are actually we have to go there anyway for the droid one. All right, we'll just do those two. Back to the waterworks. So again, we'd normally just jump up right there. But not on this character, we won't. So we're going to run back through here like we did before. See how long the tank version lasts. Longer, I think. I think they were dead by here. There you go. Heal up, Bessie. Think that group's still dead from when we killed them before? I would guess they've respawned by now. Yep. Ooh, that group killed Bessie off, though. We'll take this group out. Although we're not getting our defensive mission numbers by doing it this way. Welcome back. 2 tanks. Not the ideal configuration we'd want to run in, but that's all right. We'll compete for aggro. Yeah, we're already at 72, so that new system is good. We're not going to win any speed awards. All right, so according to the post, yeah, so Bessie stayed with us. Okay, so what was happening is normally when you would run this, your companion gets dismissed. And when your companion's dismissed and you complete the mission, you don't get credit. This doesn't give you credit. So this is their fix right now. I'm not sure if this will stay. And I think they've said that in the post. It's like, well, on Test Center, we're doing this. We're not sure if that's the eventual solution or not, but it's the current solution. Because I'm sure that they wouldn't notice the droid. Does make it a little harder to see your enemies, but nothing's just that big of a deal. Alright, so what we're waiting for is 2 enemies to come here. There's another one, should be over here. There's the other one. Now watch this one. Double back. Bang. That'll catch you out if you're not careful. Gets a little bit of a double back here, I think. Nope. So it's funny. So that gave us credit. Yep. So what was happening on this mission is your companion. So you would come in here and your companion would stay with you. You would click on the terminal. You'd turn into the droid. Your companion would go away. You do the mission. You'd come back out here. Your companion would kind of be there, but kind of not. They'd essentially be bugged, and you'd have to dismiss them and bring them back. So to fix that, they just took your companion away, and then you had to re-summon your companion at the end of the mission. But by doing that, that fix breaks this droid's functionality. So it's one of those that the layers of development will sometimes get in the way. Now, they did that fix a long time ago, so it's not like it's a new fix, but the two are now conflicting with each other. The fix for one problem is creating a problem in another one, so... A lot of game development is like that, where it really comes down to what thing is fixing what thing and how does that impact the other systems, right? Because they're all interrelated. Now, if they figure out a better solution for the other problem, then it would solve it, right? Because what would happen is at the end of that mission, your companion would just come back and you'd still get credit for it. The other fix that I could see them doing would be, instead of auto completing the mission there at the end, there'd be some kind of terminal that you had to click on in order to say, I have completed, like, I can't remember what you're doing in there. You're turning off something or whatever it happens to be. Like, be a terminal that now that the little droid has unlocked all of the nodes, you have to enter a command at the terminal. So add a step there. But by doing that, then you can resummon your companion. Be interesting. It'll be interesting to see how they approach that. I mean, the other thing is, unless you're doing tons and tons of runic missions, you just don't do that mission. Do other ones. It's not that big of a deal, but... Alright, one more scan and we'll have our second defensive mission done. And then we're about to finish the third level of the venture system. And again, I think that might be all that's on Test Center. We'll see. Although we are getting to the point where we were capping out on pretty much everything. So even if we wanted to do the fourth level, we wouldn't be able to anyway. Cool. We knocked out our 100 abilities, so that's done. And we're 1 of 3 on the missions. Might need to raise that up a little bit. Oh, the slowness of 2 tanks. Oh, they both died. Actually, I probably just need to taunt so that Bessie doesn't hold the aggro the whole time. I suppose I could just go over to DPS mode. That'd be another fix for it, but Alright, let's see if we can... Alright, we pulled aggro. Let's see how quick she... Wow, she pulls it back pretty quick. She's an effective tank. To her own detriment. We'll taunt back. Now we have aggro. You can, from at least from last week, like I could switch her over to DPS mode. Just make sure that if you do that, you switch her back before a mission ends, because if she's in DPS mode and you're doing the tank version, you won't get credit for it. So it's easier just to leave her in that mode so you don't screw it up. So for instance, on this fight here, let's do this just to test it. Like, we'll put her over into DPS mode, and we'll take this fight. Because the fight itself is not part of the mission. Just clicking this. Okay, so now that the fight's over, we want to make sure we put her back into tank mode so that when this mission ends, we get the tank credit. If she was in heal mode or combat mode, you wouldn't get the credit here. Oh, crap, we still have to go back. Again, this is where I would most likely just go out to the waterworks and jump up, because it's right here where you need to get to, but because we don't have that mission done on this character, we'll do the slow way. Man, she's efficient. She pulls aggro back off me pretty quick. Still popping achievements. I forget about those. Hey, our friends are back. It's our third time fighting this group. And we'll fight those guys at the end again. Actually, we can go ahead and we'll do this, because again, the fight won't matter. Again, I can't reiterate enough though. The danger here is don't forget to switch them back. You don't switch her back. I mean, okay, so the worst that's going to happen is you'd have to go run another mission, right? So it's not the end of the world, but... Alright, so now if I am correct, because she's in tank mode, even though we switched her back and forth, yeah, we still got credit. All right, so we can open this up. What did that give us? Prototype, data chip, and defense. So we are only 71 on defense, so we still have 29 we can get there. We still have 3 data chips we can do and 51 prototypes, and we're capped there. So it won't be hard to cap out. All right, let's go ahead and go back and see if we can do anything. I don't think we can do the upgrade yet. Oops, over here.
Com's still acting up. Typical.
Keep an eye on the scanner. There's always something going on.
Dust is getting into everything.
Pack your kit. You're on patrol.
So the question is, like this intro mission, you might have to be a little strategic when you do this. So for instance, to complete this mission, let me test this, but I don't think we can do anything here. All right, we have enough there. We have enough there. Oh, it did let us do it. Or did I just waste some stuff? Let's see. No, it let us do that mission. Begin repairs about this prototype. Into the terminal and lens lad, aid in the repairing one of its critical systems. Well, we've done that twice. I don't think there's anything else we can do. Okay, so here's my hypothesis. I'm not sure, but I think when we did this before, oh no, we probably have to, no, we repaired that one. Yeah, because we completed that. So I'm wondering if you have to either complete the whole level. So here's what I would probably do. I would go to 2 of 3, 2 of 3, 2 of 3. Start this mission so you can do all 3 of the runic ones, because we have a 3rd runic one here. That way you finish it, and then you would finish the mission. So that would be probably my advice. And this says it has 11 levels, so I don't know what the future ones are going to be. But basically, if you want to start a new character, take these all up to where they're 1 shy of being complete. So if this is an 8, do 7 of 8, 7 of 8, 7 of 8, and then do 8, 8, 8, and finish them all in one. That's my hypothesis on that. I don't know if that'll be true, but it's not letting us finish this mission. So let's see. Let's go ahead and tuck you back away on our Shada, and we'll go grab Zax and finish the 3rd defensive one, and then we'll go check out the spring event, because again, 2 things are happening here. I'm sure our timer's run out. Oh, that didn't stop, or that stopped. Interesting. Wonder if they've changed that, because I think last week it would run out while you were, or is that how much time was left on Bellatricus version? Or did I not? No, Jesus. It's just a brain fart. I didn't change characters. Okay, well, let's do this correctly. It's been a long week. Hope everybody's having a good week. Okay, tuck you away. And then we'll log out and actually change characters like we need to. and then we'll Spring Festival it up. Six minutes left. I can't remember what we had left. I thought we only had like 15 minutes. So maybe that doesn't stop. What we'll do is we only had 26 minutes left on Bellatrix. So I know that what we're about to do is going to take longer than 26 minutes. So right at the end of the stream, we'll jump back over and we'll see if that timer ran out while he was logged out or not. If not, that'd be kind of nice. That way, if you had to do something and you had to log out, you didn't, let's say you just gave him a chip and you got 5 minutes in and then real life happened and you had to go away. To come back and have that be wasted would be a little frustrating. So, all right, clean up our inventory here.
Take a look at the stock. What can I get you? Appreciate your business.
All right, so according to my records, we should now just need the one defensive. Yep. Oh, did it spend my currency? Or did it just not work? This might be a problem. Let's look here. It did spend the defensive currency, but it did not do this. Oh no, it did that one. Okay, never mind. This is just the combo. Getting ahead of myself, so we're okay. Didn't waste it. Okay, so what do we have for defensive? We have, that's support. Oh, CZ is easy. Let's do the CZ one. But what we have to do is we do have to now we have to go back and get the droid again. Let's see if that works, because 6 minutes won't be enough to do CZ. It'd be close, actually. But I don't think it'll be enough. Yeah, 4 minutes. This also let us test something else, though. So we have 4 minutes left, but we want to keep playing. Okay, so with the droid out, I can't interact. If I dismiss the droid, I can't do that. Can I do anything here? I can summon. I was kind of hoping it would let me just start the mission over to reset the timer. I wonder if there will be some kind of achievement to do this 100 times or something. All right, well, unfortunately, I think we're just going to have to wait this one out. All right, so let's check our... So again, data chips were fine. I think eventually you're just going to be capped out on those all the time. 1, 2. We could get 6 modules, 6 training modules out of what's left there. And we're already done with this levels thing. And as these levels go up, because it takes more and more missions to do them, I hope it's not like 11 of 11. Otherwise, the top levels of this are going to be grindy. But let's just say it keeps going up. You're going to have so much currency and so much other stuff that you'll be able to spend it on these training modules as much as you want.
How would you like to misuse my talents today?
Because the only thing that I can see that you use those for are the when you actually do the repair. And if you're repairing less and running more missions, you're going to have a whole lot more of the currency. I hope they raise those, because it doesn't... Raising those currency levels, I suppose, if you doubled them...
Query, how would
Yeah,
you like
I
to
know.
misuse my talents today?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like, even if you doubled them, it's still going to be the point where you have to run all the missions. They also, I don't know if they added the timer here, but it is there now. Like, let's move this. What if we just kind of hook it to the top of that? What will that look like? Not too bad. I wish that one was like this one, where you could mount it down in the corner. I might even move this if I could mount that down in the corner. Alright, 20 seconds left. Our droid can go back to his her little blanket. Goodbye. And this always gives you a training module. So yeah, I think you're going to get to the point where you're going to have plenty of these. What did we get? Kessen's Landing. Support. That'll be nice. Okay, that one's defense, defense, defense. Oh, they're both support. Manon and Kessen's Landing. Neither one of those are too terribly bad. Alright, what do we need? We have CZ, Yavin 4, and Iocath. We'll do CZ. Don't think we can travel from in here. Nope. Must leave the instance. All right. CZ 198. Hopefully they fix that. Let's see. That one's quick. Actually, we can do both of these in the first area here, so we'll go ahead and do that. Come back over here, Bessie. All right. Always get the free credits. Can't turn them down. More free credits. Four of 6. I will admit, I rarely run with the tank companions, so if nothing else, this has given me something different. Tank it up, Bessie. Go get him. Oh, you know what we should do? Alright, I'm glad I caught this. So, we're one mission away. I could just finish that mission. But I forgot that we now have the heroics. Let's go do the heroic version. Just to get as much reward stuff as we can. Oh, we're disconnecting. Should only let us run so far. My connection service was lost. This problem persists. Please visit www.SWTOR support to contact the customer. Yeah. It more than persists. It happens all the time. It's probably something funky like the constant connection. My ISP says, oh, there's no way you could be connected to that for 2 hours. You must be done. And just drops the connection or something. Although this might not work. We'll test this again. Because I think when we did this before, we didn't get credit for it because we did it second. So I might have just hosed this anyway. We shall see. Okay, so we'll check there. Avoid combat here if we can. Alright, so this guy's the heroic. We held aggro for a while. Bessie took it back. Alright. There's the heroic. Oh, that's interesting. So in this one, the heroic didn't trigger the mission. So we've got a discrepancy there. In that in some it does and some it doesn't. Okay, well, that's solvable. But we should have gotten... Yeah, we've got this collected research, which I think we're just going to waste because I want to do an experiment. But we'll go ahead and finish this. All right, so that's from the heroic, and then this is from the mission. All right, let's get off of CZ. We got all kinds of things popping here. All right, let's check the interface. Okay, that's weird. Okay, so that number hasn't gone up. That one has. I don't know why we have credit for one there. Bug, maybe. Well, it appears you can keep working your way up. So if they keep this up on the test center for another week, what I might do after Tuesday is grind some of these up to like 3 of 4, and then we'll see if we can finish Bellatrix's missions, if it'll even let it go up. These, yeah, like this doesn't make any sense. That's only at 25. That one's at 100. That one's at 100. So yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here. Or if this just stuff isn't completed yet. Alright, I'll mess around with that probably off stream. And also I noticed that this hasn't changed any. Right, this is the same graphic here. I think these are in different places though. But yeah, this one's definitely not right. None of them are, they all still say 100, but they have all incremented to 4. And then these two are always the same. Suborbital strike, concussion barrage, overcharge boosters. Those seem to be at least new attacks or new things. So, alright, I'll play with that off stream. So, okay, the second thing then we need to do, we'll just hide all of that. Is go to Dantooine. Let's check fleet. Make sure there's not a. Make sure they didn't add like a Herald quest to do this. Because I don't think there was last week. While we're here, we'll go ahead and...
Best prices this side of the galaxy. You check.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You also get, when you level, you get these rewards as well. So you get the training modules. All right, let's see what we have.
Appreciate your business.
All right, we'll watch our thing here. So we've just got defensive training module, gives us Onderon, Manon, not too bad so far. Oricon, that's our first Oricon. Okay, so this is the one that we got for completing the mission, the defensive mission. And that gave us 27 prototype data and 28 defense. So we're at 276 prototype and 99 defense. So again, not hard to cap all of these out. Now I believe that if I use this one, I think this gives you some currency in all three. It did. So it gave us 11 combat, 12 defense, and 8 support. So that the one you get from the heroic, if you are close to being capped, like we are, like we got 0, 1, and 0 out of that, you'd want to save those, right? Until you're weekly rolled over, and then you would spend those. So if you're doing a bunch of those heroics, save those up if you're capped, because I just wasted that one, which is fine. That's what the test center's for. Okay, let's check are there any news terminals that we can click on? Nope. Don't see any Herald Questy guys doing a old hear ye, everybody go to Dantooine, so we'll just manually travel out there. I always think Dantooine's over on this side of the map for some reason. All right, we'll see if we have anything left over from last week here, because we did not complete everything last week. The pie baking was the one that had us messed up. Ord, Mantel, Zerka. All right, we should just clean some of this stuff out, but we'll leave it for now. Okay. There's our terminal. Okay, that one's a weekly. That's nice. That means you could do it by yourself. You just cook a different pie each day, and then you get the weekly done. Okay, that's kind of nice. What's that one? Rishi is an egg hunt. Oh, these are all weeklies. Okay, so you can make a pie daily, eat pies weekly, fish daily, egg hunt weekly, creatures are weekly, that's weekly, dance daily. Alright, so I'll pop up here tomorrow and see, are these truly weeklies or are they just mislabeled? So. Alright, he definitely doesn't want to talk to me. Festival token vendor. How many tokens do we have? 956. Could almost buy some stuff. Alright, well, let's start by pie cooking. We made that one last time, I think. The Caw Olive Pie. Let's do that one. Well-aged caw olives. Now, if this works the way the other one did, those should be down here. There we go. And the rest of the ingredients should be back in here. In our storeroom here. Alright. I don't remember which ones we need. We'll click stuff until it tells us not to click stuff. That's not on my list. That's not on my list. That's not on my list. Nope. I should probably look at my list. There we go. Mix them up. Oh, cool. Put them in the bowl. Object has no name. Alright, take the uncooked pastry. Does it put it in our... I got the caw olives. Doesn't look like it puts it in our inventory, though. Let's bake it. The magic 10-second oven. Be cool if that actually went across, like animated. Alright, same thing here. Nope. So it's not a mission item. That might change. Alright, we baked the pie. Now we'll sample the pie. Bake the pie 7 times. Which one did we made the 3-berry one last week? So they must have added these since last time, or they reset, because we should have credit for that one. So I bet you these are all new. Toe manglers. Yeah, they got different named. Oh man, it was a bad pie? That hurts my feelings. Oh, that's kind of cool. So I wonder... if there is... Your pie is bad because you picked the wrong ingredients. I'll have to play around with that if this stays up next week. I might play around with it tomorrow. But I wonder if, like, you have a list, right? If you go directly to the things you need, do you cook a good pie? And if you do what I did with click a bunch of wrong things, do you cook a bad pie? And I wonder if that's a hidden achievement. It's always fun to accidentally get an achievement. Alright, let's see who can dance. M1, can you dance? I would guess probably not. But we'll try. M1 does not dance. Alright. I know you can't dance, but we'll try it. That'd be great if it does. Nope. Alright, who do we want to see dance? HK? Cleo? Zoom. Can you dance, Zoom?
Anything you say, Master.
Zoom dances. So I think it's anything that has a humanoid avatar. Alright, this one I believe we just have to wait out a timer. I got a debuff as well. Feeling ill. I thought there was a timer for this. Where's it at? Approach the hall. Oh, we need to... Because we failed the mission, you have to reset this. There we go. To get that to trigger. And then you dance and you get the timer. Okay, that makes sense. Although for clarity, I would probably, if you abandon this, also turn off this interface so that you can't click this or gray this out. But when you fail the mission, it reset the mission all the way back to you have to approach the hollow pole. Alright, well that's going. Okay, we can't sample any more pies unless somebody else is here. Now, if there are other players, especially when this first launches, you should be able to go out here and there'll be pies on all the tables. And that also means that you'd be able to finish that mission really easy. Since I'm the only one, it appears... Yeah, I'm the only one here. I don't even know how many people are on... Yeah, even on the server right now. So it's usually pretty quiet up here on the test server. You can hear the joints moving. Okay, we have danced the night away. What's next? Cultivate and fish. And then I think we have to start traveling about the galaxy after that. This should be the same terminal. Yep. Alright, let's go do the fishing one next. Okay, so something that they did add to the patch notes is your companion should sit with you, so we'll see if that happens. Turn on some music. I guess so. Caught a fish. Caught another fish. Doesn't really say what we're catching. It just says we caught a fish. I do wish there was more to this. Or they expand it later where you can fish on multiple planets and catch fish from like all around the galaxy. That's my hope, anyway. Alright, so now I should take our fish over there. Now, our inventory doesn't have anything in it. So we go over here and grab this. Humble bag of shoal una tusks. Humble bag of bargle chin. And we got 2 of the same thing here. And they're unique, so I can't claim them both. So what am I supposed to do now? Put them over here. So again, they have added some achievements. So 8 times. These aren't too bad. Although if that's a weekly, I can't remember if that was a weekly or a daily. That would be 8 weeks to do that. So I'm not sure on that. Can I go back and grab this now? Let's see. I can. But I can't turn it in. But the question is, could you just... No, it's unique. I was say, could you store these up? But you can't, because you can only have one at a time. Although, theoretically... No, I don't think this will pop up until you do the fishing thing. I'll play around with that. And see, but... We'll hold on to that for testing purposes. All right, I think this is the cultivation one. Okay, let's see. Going to grab our seeds. So far, it feels about the same. Oh, that last one didn't take. Let's see, where is the mission? Plant. Oh, we missed one of the... That's a little picky. Can't remember if you can get 2 of these at the same time. Nope. Oh, that one didn't take. Hopefully we don't run out of water. Oh, there's actually a little telegraph thing there. I don't know if you saw that. It shoots out like a... Alright, well, conveniently that did them all. What are we missing? This guy over here. Enter standby. So this one just seems to spread. So I think you have to do this once per field. I think little fertilizer shoots out of your arms. Yeah, it looks like it. Enter standby. Pest time. So you have to use the right thing on the right pests, I think. We'll use the wrong one just to see if there's an achievement for doing it wrong. I think the burrowers were fire, if I remember right. Nope, they appear to be the deterror. Then these guys would be fire, so we'll do it wrong. Do it wrong. And then burn them. Time to harvest. I don't remember that effect before. I think that's new. I think they've added that. Very dramatic harvesting. Oh, that's right. You put it in the trash. That one's good for 400. All right. Let's see. Search local systems database. So we got Narshada, Mekshaw, Fleet, pastry sampling, eggs on Yavin 4, eggs on Rishi. So this is different because I don't think we went to Yavin 4 last time. We went to Onderon last time. And we got a Rishi one. Okay, well, let's head to Fleet first. This one doesn't appear to have changed. But we know where the vendor's at now. Or at least roughly. Unless this changes all the time. They might move him around, but... I believe that's our guy. Alright, so I think that one's done. We just have to turn those in, so... Let's hit Rishi next. And we'll see if so this one they talked about the global map update. So we'll see if any changes got made there. Because there was a local map, we could see the circle on the local map. Global map. So last time it was here. I don't see any updates to that map. But it is still on this map. So I'm not sure what that note was talking about. I would have expected there to be something here. But I don't see anything. And then the Oro bird is out there. Alright, so I'm not sure on that particular note. Let's go get the eggs first and then we'll get the Oro bird. Now last time we had pretty good luck finding eggs inside of the cantina. Also the basement was broken. Or a room in the basement was broken, so there's our first egg. Not too bad. It's a good start. Last time there was one up there. There was also one on a chair. Oh, there we go. 2 eggs down. We'll come down here to see if the basement's still broken. Looks like it. Does the band have an egg? They do not. Oh, but there's one at the bar. What about this band over here? Do you guys have an egg? Nope, one behind the bar. Is there 2 behind the bar? No, that one just didn't go away. Okay. Alright, that one doesn't appear to be too terribly hard, at least on Rishi. Let's go get us an Oro bird. Gotta admit, I don't travel up on this side of Rishi very often. I usually quick travel out to here and then play on this side for the dailies. Are they up there? Ugh. I think I'm overthinking this. Oh, look at the hatchlings. It's kind of cool. Is this where they spawn from? I think I fight those sometimes in the dailies. Abandoned due to injury further. Oh no, Predator, leave my order keyed alone. Lost my companion. No, not you.
Hello.
Goodbye.
Ready.
Alright. So take aura key to... Transportation. Alright. We shall quick travel our way over here. So they said they made it easier to turn these in. Now again, I don't recall it being difficult, but I do recall there being... It's almost like the click hitbox was a little messed up. That definitely feels better. Again, my memory was like it worked over here and not here or something like that, but... Tag for transportation. Alright. So Hoth is the next one there. That's a Nar Shaddaa one. Access. That's Meksha. That one's done. That one we're just going to turn off. Okay, so we have Yavin 4. That one's done. That we're going to turn off. Or just get rid of. Alright, so we have Hoth, Yavin 4, Meksha, Nar Shaddaa. Let's do Nar Shaddaa next. I think this is one that they said... Let's see what the note said. Creature husbandry. Germination missions on Meksha, Nar Shaddaa, and creature rehabilitation missions only... okay, there's a credit thing there. Zappa fish. Dance. Replace a step on seed sourcing Nar Shaddaa to use an extra action button to place the order with an interaction with the terminal to mitigate confusion. Okay. We shall see if our confusion has been mitigated. This one was pretty straightforward, if I recall. So the first one of these was on... had this nice little mission symbol next to it. So we can see that on the map underneath my cursor. So no matches found. So here's where I felt confused is, okay, so search system cluster database. We did. And nothing was found. But then it doesn't really give you a mission marker to where to go. Oh, wait. I thought I saw something up here. Let's see. Let's turn off. Okay, so there we go. So it was... maybe this happened last time. It was just hidden underneath the other things. Don't know. That could very well be. So not a bug, but a UI discrepancy. Alright, so nothing there. Alright, now we do have a mission thing upstairs. Okay, so maybe last week that was the problem. The mission icon was underneath other icons. As a general fix, I would say these are one of your most important icons. So I would say they should always default to being on top, as opposed to getting covered up by something else. Alright, place shipment order. Yeah, I can't remember. The one problem I had was finding that second terminal, but that could have been the interface. I don't remember if it was confusing to have to click that a second time or not. Okay. Retrieve shipment on Dantooine. That one's done. Let's head to Mekshaw next, I guess. I don't think there's a Mekshaw heroic. No, this one will just have to travel. Alright, so once I found that second terminal, I'm going to say no major issues on that one. But when we pick up those seeds on Dantooine, we want to see if we get a different reward or not. So I think I commented last week on, there was a couple of them where we only got credits, and it's like, well, that seems odd. Okay, well, let's see, where are we going? I think our 3 points is probably closest. Because it was odd to not get the event currency, right, for doing the missions. So. All right. I think that's our terminal. There's like 3 steps to this one, I think. And we had to go back, and then we needed to get a key or something, if I recall. Yeah, locate security key. Niv the Shiv. There we go. It's good they leave the security key just laying about. Now we'll click a different one, see if they all use the same key. Alright, deliver seeds, deposit seeds. I'm going to say that's probably back on Dantooine as well. Alright. Retrieve shipment between deposit seeds, deliver seeds, collect abundance festival eggs on Yavin 4. This will be new. Because again, I think we went to Onderon. Yeah, because we had to go into that middle section where the temple was. You think the main temple in the center is where they'll put these? I doubt they're in the landing zone. And I don't think they'd be all the way to the west side there. I'm thinking that middle temple area. That's my guess. I was thinking here, training grounds. Alright, well first let's get rid of that egg hunt, weekly. Let's get rid of this so it doesn't give us extra missions. Okay. Same thing here. I don't see anything on the world map. So what we'll do is check our speeder.
Greetings. You are cleared for the following travel routes.
So it thinks here, so it still could be here.
Be safe
I
out
might be right. Alright, well let's travel here and then we'll see. That'll get us into the local maps. Nope, I was thinking it was going to be here, but they put it here. So actually, I would argue that's a closer speeder than that one. Either one would get you there, but that's definitely closer than that. Alright, this would have been my second guess. Because there's like a temple here. Will I allow my greed to get in the way? Okay, our inventory's alright. So the question is, do they look the same? I would guess so. So are they just tucked around here? Feels smaller, but it's there. Alright, so we went around the inside ring here. Let's expand our search out. Go around the south side. So far we found two kind of next to walls. Is this too far out? So it's right on the edge. Yep, so they definitely go all the way out to the edge there. This feels too far out. Although it'd be a good hiding spot. This feels too far out. Yeah, technically just outside the range. According to the graphic. This one too. So ways out. But just inside. Alright. Return abandoned vessel eggs to Bilba grows. Return to Abundance Festival. Oh, sorry, Abundance Festival eggs to. Interesting enough, you've got this one has 0/1 and this one doesn't. Just a discrepancy between the two styles there. All right, I think it's just a creature one now. So on to Hoth. It was Hoth then Alderaan before. So far I haven't gone back and done a quality check, but I haven't really noticed any difference in the ultra low latency versus the longer pause version. So I think we'll keep running that way on the stream information. Ooh, Hoth is taking a while to load. Did this last time as well. I think it's a test center thing. Not necessarily a bug, but just kind of a part of how test center works. I mean, there's probably less than dozens of people on the test center right now. Don't know. We haven't seen anybody yet. All right, well, while that's loading, we'll go ahead and check in on a couple things here. So okay, so we did see a lot of weeklies. So that's an on-purpose thing. So a lot of these things might only be weekly missions. Place order with the interaction. I didn't see an extra action button. We just had to click the terminal twice there. Okay on that one. Let's see. Germination missions on Mekshon, Nar Shaddaa, and creature rehabilitation missions. Okay, we still need to check that. Fish on the first rank with it should no longer become. We didn't test that, but we looted and came back to it and looted it again, so I'm gonna guess that's okay. Zoom did. Oh no, Zoom sat down and Zoom also danced with us, so those were working. Okay, we haven't done this creature one yet. Seed sourcing Dantooine is not repeatable. Seed sourcing. Do we still have seed sourcing? Which one is that? Weekly seed sourcing. Nar Shaddaa. Okay, we'll check that out later. So last time this was just to the south.
You mind helping me with a little favor? It's on your way.
Yep, still down here. I think we traveled there last time, though. This will be a little closer. What's down there? Oh, that's just the Hoth weeklies. So let's turn that off. Just so it doesn't get in the way. Now, there is a limit to how many missions you can abandon in a day. It's a lot. I can't remember what I was doing. I was testing something where I was just picking up missions and abandoning them, picking them up and abandoning them. And I eventually got to the point where it said I couldn't abandon missions anymore. All right, so we need to scan. Last time this was scan, and on the third scan it gave it to us. So I'm going to assume that part's probably the same. I've always wanted to go back and just count and see how many it is. But there is a limit to how many you can abandon. So. Ooh, we're seeing tauntauns. That's a good sign. I think last time the nest was just down there. White fangs hanging out close to the nest. So those over there? Yep. A malnourished tauntaun approaches. Alright, and then last time I thought it was just back there. Yep, so this is the same thing. The mission icon is sitting below other icons, right? Like if I turn that one off, no. Vendor. Taxi. There it is. So, taxi, I guess I could see makes sense to be on top. The vendor one, less so. The quick travel point you would think would actually be on top. So this is an issue. It doesn't even do us any good, I think. Let's turn everything back on here. Okay, that's interesting. So in this mode, the mission does sit on top. So I suppose if you are really trying to find something, turn on your magnifying glass. This is the order I would have expected by default. Okay. Well, either way, we can travel back there. So last time it was on the other side of the building, which made it a little hard to find. We'll see if they moved it this time. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure last time it was like over on this side or something like that. That definitely appears to be easier, especially if you quick travel. All right, then that should give us Alderaan. We'll see if Alderaan loads quickly or not. All right, so creature husbandry we'll do in a second. Don't think there's anything else that we haven't seen. Some minor tweaks on this stuff. I think the biggest change for the good here was the making it so that all the abilities counted towards those totals. Otherwise, those were going to be nightmares to get done. At least on the DPS one. The healing, maybe not so much. It just would have made them take a lot longer. Okay, let's see. So updated several mission objectives descriptions. We'll see if those are new. Improved map display for Orbird nests on Rishi. Made it easier to tow. They found updated positions of the transport carriers. I didn't find that hard the first time, so no major difference there. Transport carriers are now easier to interact with. Again, I think that's just they improved the click box. Rework steps on Alderaan with nerfs to improve mission flow. We'll see if that's what we're on right now. Made improvements to mission flow and clarity on Hoth. Yeah, felt the same to me. I'm not sure what those improvements would be. Remove the check on creature step. We haven't gotten to that yet. Improved appearances for several visual effects and interactable objects in the mission. Nothing I've noticed, but I'll take their word for it. Interacting with the creature care guide. We haven't gotten there. Haven't gotten there. Haven't gotten there. On steps for taking creatures to carriers to be released back into the wilds. And haven't gotten there. So we still got some things to check out on that. But the rest of the stuff, I think, is okay. So Alderon's doing the same thing. I don't know if it is spinning up the planet because no one's there yet and we're the first ones, or what. It might be that the PTS just doesn't have the resources that the main servers do. It's hard to say. It's loading now. Alright, so first thing is we'll clean up the... We'll just turn this off. Alright, I see a speeder. I don't remember where it was last time. This would have been my guess, is up here, but... Alright, well, we'll just pop over here. Because I don't remember. No, it's not. I don't remember where it's at. If they haven't moved it. Now, they might have moved it. But if they haven't moved it, last time it was... like right in this area here. So let's see. Let's see what the speeder says.
Vehicle pads are currently open for business.
Yeah, it's taking us to Ward Post
Have a
Landa.
safe and pleasant stay.
Alright, well, let's start there. We'll see what happens. So last time, remember, we had to get medicine. And it felt like it was just medicine out to where they were. Felt like it was in the wrong spot. So what do we have? Find nerf calves. So that's just all stuff from before. So I don't see anything that has vastly improved by descriptions here. Probably was one of the retentions or better parts. A small group of ill-nerved calves on Alderaan near the Jern Mountains in King's Pass. Locate and evaluate the creatures. So that's maybe a little more descriptive. Although King's Pass is all the way out here. Yeah, King's Pass. I wouldn't necessarily call this close to King's Pass, personally. Closure, so it can be shipped to... Blah, blah. So this we didn't do last time. So that's different. That reads different. So, alright, we're just going to quick travel over here because I think it'll be quicker. Yeah, I think so. About that much different. So yeah, I don't know if the Jern Mountains at least makes sense. That's the area that we're in. Yeah, the Jern Mountains. I don't know that I'd call it near King's Pass, but I suppose. I upset somebody. You heard him yelling at me. Alright, so there are the people. Conduct scan. Target is suffering from nerve pox. Okay, so last time, here's what they've changed. There was like a medicine here, but now they've changed it so that we call it out. And now we have to take it to the transportation care. Okay, so this is all different. So last time we scanned it, and then I think it was just like over here somewhere. There was essentially like the medicine, and you gave it the medicine, and then it just followed you back to Dantooine. This time it works like the other one. So that was, I think you even said it last time, was why is the third one different than the other two? It didn't make a lot of sense. But now it appears, yep, there's this little cage. Okay, so this makes a lot more sense. There we go. Okay, return, deliver, deposit, retrieve, shipment on Dantooine. I think everything is done. Oh, that is another way to check. If you don't see any mission icons on anything else, they're all listed here. So we'll see if anybody else has cooked any food, or if it's just us making bad pies. Wonder if there was a blank spot in the achievements. There might be an achievement for eating a really good one as well, which means you didn't screw it up. So. All right. We are back. And I think I went to the wrong Dantooine. We went to Dantooine and not to Bilba Groves. So Dantooine is the daily area. It's like, this doesn't look right. All right, so what do we have? Turn in our eggs. So 400 for that one, 400 for that one. So the Nar Shaddaa one, where's that? That's the Nar Shaddaa one. And that was one of the ones that said credits only. So let's see if we now get... if we get currency for it. Yep, so I think last time it was just credits. And now we get the currency. Alright, so what do we have? So that's the dancing one. So that one must be a daily, since it's set to 25. That one's set to 8. Must be a weekly. Egg hunt missions. Probably a weekly, but you can do 2. Earn all seed recovery achievements. Narshada, Meksha, Carrick Station. Recovered seeds from... Not sure on that one. That's the fish. The fish... Exploration. 1, 2, 3. It's the 4 different pies. Experience aggression. Not sure on that one. More fishing. Fishing. So here's the bad pie. I wonder if there's a good pie that goes in there. And then, yeah, they don't have the story missions on. All right. I think it's just the animal missions now. We'll have to go see if we can provoke any droids. Alright. Refer to the creature care guide. Alright. Gather prime meat cut, pick up vegetable bundle, pick up nutrient canisters. Generic food base. My memory is we have to go out. Yeah, we have to go down here and get some of this stuff. So off we go. Looking for any droids we can provoke. Got the vegetable bundle, nutrient canisters, and some meat at the barbecue pit. Maybe just get attacked by the creatures when you're in the cultivator mode. I don't know. I haven't really worried about achievements yet, so. Oh, cool. You can jump the fences. Yeah, it makes life a little easier. Alright, we have fed them. Now we need to get the veterinary equipment. Injured wing detected. Petting them still doesn't do anything. You had nerf pox last I knew. Symptoms of nerf pox. And I think this one was okay. Because I think it was just malnourished. Alright, well, this could be an issue. There we go. Not sure why the toolbar didn't spawn. Signs of malnourishment detected. Additional feeding recommended. Run healing, place more food. Eat some more, little buddy. Alright. You get some healing. And we'll fix your little wing. We're back. How you feeling? Bone fracture has been fully healed. Well, that's good. How's your nerf pox? Awesome. What about you, little buddy? You still hungry? Alright, there must be a trigger. Let's see if we come in this way. Okay, it popped up that way. It doesn't like me coming in from that side. Not sure why. Return to appropriate levels. Okay, wrangle. So this one was pretty funky last time. Let's go ahead and get rid of it. Like our guy just spun in a circle. Let's see if they've done anything to it now. Can we wrangle them all at once? Get a whole little army following us? Yeah, last time our guy just spun in circles. So. Alright, little guys. Now this is where you could just not finish the mission. And then you'd have these three little dudes following you everywhere. Maybe annoying, I'm not sure. They're a little slow. Alright, Tonfon, you go in there. Oriki, you go in there. Oh, they stood in the right order. Oh, no. Nerf calf. Yeah, that's not too bad. Another 400 currency. And I think that clears it. Oh, I thought I saw a blue name. Yep, there's somebody. Not sure what they're doing back there. Did they cook a pie? No. Don't think we can pick up any more missions? Nope. Not sure what they're doing back here. Outside of just exploring. Alright, we'll give them a minute, see if they cook a pie. Because I'd really love to try to test the sample of pie that somebody else has cooked. While we're dancing, we can turn that back on. There we go. So we'll turn this one back on. These don't really matter, so we can just leave them for now. Same on that one. Not sure why I have that one. Oh, yeah, it's just because we grabbed everything. We'll get rid of that, get rid of that. Keep the weekly just in case I do more tomorrow. But so you can't break out of it. You have to use the quit dancing button. Come on, guy, come back. Come back and make a pie. Well, here's what we're going to do. So yeah, we've lost our Bessie. All right, so let's check on. We'll come back here, see if he made a pie or not. But we want to check to see if the timer for Bessie on Bellatricus, because it was what, 26 minutes, I think, and that was about an hour and a half ago, something like that. So cool. Okay, so if you do log out, the timer stops. So if you needed to log out and go do something else, you could. That's awesome. This is still kind of stuck. Let's see. 104. 104. Okay. Is the defensive one... I wonder, this could be a bit of a bug. So what I'm thinking is, because we completed the defensive research on Bellatricus, did it set this to 25 because he turned that one in, as opposed to Zaxmas turning these in? Also, the fact that there's one of these done is a little weird. Yeah, I don't know. Because we did it on multiple characters, I wonder if we bugged that out a little bit. Not sure. I only have one sample thing, but that could be something. If we try to take this farther next week, if they keep Test Center up, I might do that. I might take this up to 3 of 4, take this up, and then do one mission on Bellatricus to set it to 4 of 4, just to see what the next level does. I don't know. I might play around with that, but we did learn something in that the companion stays, which is kind of nice. All right, let's go back and see if we can get a pie. If not, this might be the end of Test Center for today. On the live server, I think I'm up to level 96 in the Galactic Seasons, but I haven't turned any of them in. They're all just still sitting there, so I'm hoping we'll see. Maybe next week we'll do a half and half. Depends on what they update. If they don't do an update to Test Center, then we probably won't come back to Test Center. If they do update Test Center, then we'll come back into Test Center and test some things. Oh, here's something we could test. Let's do this, though. Let's go grab Bellatricus and see if those missions are linked to an account or are they linked to the character. Because if they're character-based on those weeklies, you could bang a lot of those missions out all at once. Just run it through multiple characters. All right. Or you could just log into 4 characters and bake 4 different pies. Okay, interesting. So, really, if you just wanted to just hammer through this, if you can do these weeklies on multiple characters, some of these achievements will be, I don't want to say easy, but not too difficult. You wouldn't have to wait weeks and weeks and weeks. Let's see, where are they? Look for a section that, there you go, Abundance Festival. All right, so the story missions you would do once. But, so 25 missions on that one. 8 for that one. The dancing one. Again, you can do the dancing daily. 8 on that one. 10 on that one. That one's pretty straightforward. Yeah, it's like those you could get done pretty quick. What are these? If the baking is a daily thing, I mean, with 7 characters in a week, you could get that done. So, honestly, I think you could rip through these achievements because... Here, let's just grab... We'll grab the cooking one. And the dancing one. So, here's the other thing that we're going to do. We're going to, we'll make this pie this time. But we'll make it correctly just to see if there's a different achievement. Okay, tingle spores. Now let's make sure that none of these are different. They all look the same. We'll knock out the dancing. Now you'll notice his armor is one of the cosmetics. I'm afraid to click on this because last time I did this I lost the cosmetic. But you'll also notice that it's not synced anymore because I don't think it's technically there. So I'm just going to leave it alone. That's what happened to Zach's. He had one of his outfitter outfits on. Then I went over and clicked on it. And I can't remember if I just clicked on the tab. Oh, let's just do it. Who cares? Yeah. So if I click on this, it'll load that one, and I won't be able to get back to this one. Can I unify colors? Yeah, I can't find it, but it still remembers that he had it on. All right, we'll just leave it alone. Okay, so we need coarse bark meal. Is it zoothberry? Zoochberry syrup and spiced egg milk. Okay, now this is interesting though. The weekly is still bound to character for eating the pies. So you'd still have to do that on every character. Okay. So this time we're going to be very careful and only get the ingredients that we need. So we need coarse bark meal. I don't think the order matters, but we'll do an order. Coarse bark meal. Then we need zooch berry syrup. Zooch berry syrup. And spiced egg milk. There we go. So we only grabbed the ingredients we needed that time. The super cooker makes 11-second pastries. The other thing that we'll try here is we'll put this out here and then we'll switch over to Zach's real quick and see if it's still there. Alright, what did we get? We got baked sweet something tort spore pie. So we didn't do that, and we didn't get one. Oh, we haven't eaten it yet. Let's see if we eat it, if it's a really good pie. Nothing popped up. But you also noticed that it didn't change the I don't think these, I think these are already at 2. Okay, so let's try this. Log out here. And we'll see if the pie is still there. It is. Okay, yeah, so sample a good pie. I don't know why it didn't trigger for Zach's, or for Bellatricus. Okay, so bad pie is you click on the wrong ingredients. Good pie is you don't click on the wrong ingredients. Do secrets yet remain in the depths of Dantooine? Only one way to find out. Don't know what that one is. There's also this one. Maybe equipping cultivation droids with weaponry wasn't the best idea. I'll have to play around with that one too. Okay, cool. So I guess if you really wanted, again, when the event is live, I think there's going to be pies on all these tables. You know, you get 15, 20 people here doing these missions. These tables will probably fill up. But if you really wanted to, you could log in 4 characters, go through all the steps, wait until you're about to place the pies, and then log in, place, eat, log in, place, eat, log in, place, eat, log in, place, eat, and then probably knock that weekly out by yourself if you did it on 4 different characters. It's a little extreme, but I don't know how long these last either. So. Okay, well, we learned a few things, tested some systems to see how things are working. Again, apologies for the weird start. Definitely had some technical issues, but thank you for sticking with me and getting through those. I hate having to do an update right before a stream starts. It tends to break things. But with that being said, I think we'll go ahead and call this test center run done for this week. As always, thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe, supporting, donating, all that kind of stuff. pulled up some graphics, but because of the weird start, we'll probably bring them. Hey, This Week in Airfish, nice to see you. I think I've seen some of your stuff on social medias. But yeah, I didn't open back up the graphics. Let's see if I can pop them up real quick. Yeah, I'm not sure how long ago you got in, but we get through all of the venture stuff and all of the what you call it, the spring festival thing here. Here we go. We'll pop this graphic up real quick. So this is why we play. This is just for Phoenix Children's. 247,000 patients, 403,000 outpatient visits, 2.4 thousand trauma causes, $2.7 million per day to operate the health system, 25,000 surgical cases, 170 programs funded through philanthropy, 107,000 emergency visits, and 1 in 4 children in Arizona will receive care from Phoenix Children's. And then there's some stuff, and this is from last year. 11,000 education sessions. This Emily Center is like an information thing to help families. 8,000 books, 6,000 chaplain visits, 68,000 child life interactions, 57,000 in-hospital volunteer hours, and 12,000 animal-assisted therapy and facility dogs. I've said it before. It's like when my son was at Phoenix Children's, they even gave him a little stuffed animal. All those little things make a difference when you're talking about the health of kids. So thank you, everybody, for the support. Again, if you can donate, cool. If you can't, that's fine. I completely understand. But you can always share the link, the donation link, friends, family, social media. Anything like that helps. I've gotten quite a few donations that were the friend of the friend style donations. Donation link is open 24/7. Doesn't have to be while we're streaming. But as always, every little bit helps. We are at $461 for the year so far. Our goal is $3,500. We usually get a lot of that towards the end of the year when game day hits, but we're doing okay so far. So with that being said, as always, we're going to thank you for all the support. Go watch, play, or create something great, and we'll see you all next week.